Good afternoon, folks. I'm out and about on the bike again. I've headed south today. I'm not long gone through Ballyroan. Just outside Ballyroan then at Larchfield Cross, I've turned right, and so I'm heading kind of west now on the back roads, and I'm making my way towards Shanahoe, Poor Man's Bridge and Shanahoe, and from there I'll be heading up north, then swing around in a loop, and I'll be going back home then through, what's the name of the church? Can't think of it. My geography's letting me down now. No, my memory's letting me down now. Trummer direction anyway, and I'll be coming into Mount Rath Road. Today I've got with me my 30-year-old Laois Epic, and 30-plus-year-old I should say. I'll just feature the bike now. This bike I bought in the early 2000s, can't remember exactly what year, and I bought it second hand from Joe Ging, and as always you get a bargain from Joe Ging. I can't remember whether I paid €300 or £300 at the time. I think it was euros, but well worth the money. This originally belonged to Paul, and he reckons he bought it around 1988, so it was one of the original carbon fibre frames, one of the early ones, where the tubing is all round before they could do any fancy moulding, and joined with these aluminium lugs. So anyway, as I said, €300 I think at the time, and I value this bike just as much as I do any of the ones that I bought previously, spending 2, 3, 4,000 for. It's very light, it's very nippy, very responsive when you get out of the saddle, and it's lasting well. The frame I think is all original. The forks may have been changed before I got it, I think they were. Wheels have been changed. Chain rings, I changed them myself recently. I couldn't get, because these ones aren't been made anymore, I couldn't source them. I actually swapped out a pair from another bike that had the identical chain set, and the rings weren't quite as worn on it. So originally the gear shifters were on the down tubes here, so there were levers that you had to change the gear with, but I converted that into the more modern brake lever shifters. I changed the stem, and I changed the saddle a few times, and the seat post. After that I think everything is original. Well, no, the wheels of course, they were changed as well. Anyway, I shall head on for Shanahoe. I can hear the traffic from the main road up ahead, the Cork Road, so I'll be crossing that and heading for Poor Man's Bridge. Across the old Cork Road, and I think I'm in the area of Tunduff. Back roads again, as usual. So in another part of a mile or so I'll be crossing the Mount Rath Road, and I'll be on the back road to Shanahoe. Or maybe it's the main road to Shanahoe, it's the back road. Just approaching Poor Man's Bridge. shelter from the hedgerows. Here we go. Poor man's bridge. It's a grand little spot this. God, it's a lovely day now. Go over and have a look at the other, over the other side. The bushes over there sound like they're full of birds. Water looks lovely and clear. It's a lovely little spot. So that's Poor Man's Bridge over the River Nore near Shanahoe. Oh yeah. I'll go on another bit. Been a fairly uneventful trip so far. Apart from near Sheffield Cross on the way out, some mad young one shouting out the window of a car at me. The mad head on her. I'll go on another bit. Now we're coming into Shanahoe. Now I'm leaving Shanahoe behind me. Heading into a bit of a breeze now, but a bit further down the road here now I'll be taking a right hand turn and I'll be crossing the River Nore again and heading towards Roskelton Church. I thought of the name of it eventually. Like I said before, I remember everything, just not when I need to. Up on a bit of a height at Shanahoe, well, going into a dip now. A good view of the sleeve blooms. Probably hard to hear what I'm saying with the wind. I don't have my windproof microphone on me today, so I'm just using the microphone in the camera. I'm after disturbing a field full of crows there. Just stopped just over the top of one of the hills coming out of Shanahoe, looking over towards the sleeve blooms there, and all that area in between there. When we get a lot of rain and storms in the winter, the River Nore floods and that becomes a vast lake, the area called the Mash, and it goes on for miles. Looks very spectacular, if a little inconvenient for the local farmers. Anyway, onwards again. I'm just down the hill now and I have a right hand turn and I'm on the homeward leg then towards Roskelton, home then by the back roads, Clonkeen, back out into the main road there. Coming up on the Nore Bridge now. Yeah, I might as well have a quick look at the river again. I can hear the sound of traffic from the motorway off in that direction. I'm not too far from it, the M7. And there we have the River Nore again. I tell you, the sun has great timing. When I stopped at that last bridge, had been cloudy, but the sun came out, and as soon as I left it, the sun went in again. I'm stopping here now and it's out for a few seconds again. River Nore, one of the three sisters, the Barrow, the Nore and the Suir. Now, so I'm straight on, and it's a dead straight road now for a few miles. It's almost a straight line from here to Raskelton, the cross at Raskelton. Then it gets a bit windy again. You'd nearly be tempted to jump in. Now this road I'm on, it's the area called the Mash. It's pretty low lying both sides of the road, and this is the area that gets flooded for miles during the winter. I must think I did a video of it both by drone and from the bike, and there's one of me actually cycling through a flood. I must see can I find it and put a link to it. Now I can see the steeple of Raskelton Church ahead, so I'm getting near the crossroads. Now I just stopped here on Railway Bridge OBC 152 for no particular reason. Nothing much to see here unless the train happens to come along. I'm heading for Clonkeen now. I was on the road back there heading towards the Oak, and I could have come out with the Oak onto the main road, but I'll stay on the back roads as long as I can, so heading to Clonkeen. This actual piece of road, it's only when you've been cycling for years, there's certain parts of the road you'll remember for certain reasons. This one, for two incidents. The first one, I was just coming up over the top of the bridge here, and I was stung by a wasp right in the middle of the forehead, and that gave me a headache like I never had before. The other incident was, oh yeah, I lost my phone here. An old Huawei phone fell out of my pocket here onto the middle of the road. Didn't realise it till I got home, and had to come back for it in the car to find that it had been driven over by another car for the second time. So I got a new phone and then discovered the old phone was still working. So good for Huawei, they make durable phones. You can drive over them with cars a couple of times and they still survive. Anyway, I'm really enjoying this spin, apart from the good weather and the lovely countryside. I just felt very good. I seem to be eating up the miles with little effort. Well, I'm putting effort into it, but it's not as hard as it has been. I guess I'm getting some of my fitness back again. No, just kind of going along and your mind wanders. The next thing you come to your next turn before you realise it. So it's great. Anyway, I have a few miles to go before, or kilometres, before I get home. I have 10 kilometres remaining. So I better get on with it. What time of day is it? 4 minutes past 2, and I said I'd be home at 2:30. So we'll see can I make it. Just after taking off from the bridge there, I discovered I have a wound on my knee. Can't remember making contact with anything. It's only a scratch, but still it's a mystery. That's the worst thing about being on blood thinners. If someone gives you a sharp look, you start to bleed. Anyway, I think I'll survive.